This is the journey to one Africa. I don't know, man. Like, I really don't know, man. I'm looking at the situation in Africa, situation of Congo. It's just sad, man. It's sad. This M23, I just want to ask, man, African Union, is it really like we really failed to protect this continent? There's no need to have African Union. We failed to protect from Al-Shabaab, from Boko Haram, from M23. We failed to protect our continent. Then why do we have these organizations? Why do we have these organizations? If people, they have to flee away from their own country, from their own city, because there's some rebel group that is killing people and threatening people's life, and they need to walk away. Where are we living, man? What kind of age are we living in? Every single day in Africa, there's a war breakout. Senegal! Every single day, man. Every single day. And we're here dreaming for a better life for our kids. I just know, man. Why do I care about this? Because I look at these little children you see in the picture, and I think about myself that I was like that little guy, man. I was that little guy. I was this little kid right here. I was that little kid, man. I did not know what is going on. But God is good. At least I had peace. I had food on the table. And I had a home. I had a place to sleep. I had it. Today, may God even forgive me, because I complained that, man, our lives were very difficult. I had to work my butt off to buy my own shoes, my clothes. I grew up in the very ordinary family. But I'm looking at this, man, and I'm like, man, how can I complain? How can we complain about our lives while you have kids like these? Kids, little kids. Look, most of these are little kids, man. You know the population of Africa. Majority, more than 60% are youth. But let me ask you this. Do you know how much percent are children? Little kids. A lot of them, man. And this is the future. Future of Africa. But future is like this, man. Future is like this. Future, they don't go to school. They don't have proper medical care. They don't have that, man. They don't have friends to play with, because every single time the only sound they hear is the gun sounds, is the bomb sounds. They don't have clean water. The future for Africa. Where's the future for Africa, man? In 40, 50, 60 years. You have African Union Vision 2063, but is 2063 40 years from now? 40 years from now, these kids, are they gonna be there? Are they gonna be alive? Are they gonna go to school? No, they're running away from their lives. They don't have houses to live in anymore. They don't have clean water. They don't have food anymore. You're talking about 2063. What are they going to do in 2063? Are we going to have people in 2063? Are we going to have Africans? Or are we going to have just a short number of people, those rich people who they care to enjoy about their lives? They just run away from the continent when something bad happened, and they can come back anytime to utilize the continent and to try to create the life for themselves. Take advantage of the situation, because I'm telling you, you can make money anytime. Even when the war breaks out, you can make money. Even when there's a flood in the country, you can make money. It just depends on which side you're in. Either you're in a victim side or you're in the making money side. And that is what is happening in Africa. When tragedy is happening, there are people who are making money, and there are people who are suffering and struggling and dying. And those who make money, they run away. They open accounts in Dubai. They open accounts in Germany, in the USA. They open accounts there, so they can go there anytime. They buy houses, mansion there. They have citizenship there. They can walk away and run anytime and go there when things go bad here in Africa. 40 years, 2063, 40 years from now, what is going to happen, man? These kids, what are they going to do 40 years? Are they going to be there? Are they going to be even alive? Because, man, they don't eat clean water. They don't drink clean water. They don't eat good food. They don't have good house to live in. Do you think their lifespan, is it going to be 50, 60 years? No. That's why people die young in Africa. They die while they're 40 years of age in Africa. They die while they're 30 years of age in Africa. They die while they're young in Africa. Those are people in Africa. Lifespan is very short. But why? It's because of the difficult of life. Because of difficult of life. That's why we die very young. Difficult of life. People die very young. Those who live long, they have money. If they get cancer, oh, they can go to USA, they can go to Korea, they can be treated there. They have money. They can go to India, get care of themselves. Don't get me started talk about politicians, because they don't die here, they die somewhere else. Only patriots, they die here because they know the system here is not good. Why? I know, man. I know how am I gonna be treated in my own country? And I know, man, it ain't shit. When it comes to medical care, there's nothing there. Why should I die in the country here and I have money? I have a private jet. I can go anywhere. I can be treated anytime. And we're talking about the future of Africa, 2063, vision of Africa in 2063. What kind of future are you going to have in 2063? Are you going to have even a future? Are you going to have even Africans in 2063? No. That vision is supposed to be today, because look at these kids. They don't have future. They're working. They're fighting for their lives today. It's supposed to be today for these kids, man, for God's sake. Not 2063. They're not going to be alive because they're dying right now. Majority of African young people are dying today because of HIV diseases, malaria. A lot of them are dying. We can't even afford to treat malaria in Africa. It's the only continent still have malaria. Kids are dying because of malaria. These kids are walking around the street. They don't have a place to live. They don't have a place to stay. They don't have a place to sleep. They sleep outside. Malaria, mosquito bites them. They die out of malaria because they don't have money to take care of themselves. They don't have money. You enjoy your life in your house, and you have millions of Africa, millions of young children dying every single day. Let me tell you this, man. If you cannot look at this picture and think about these kids as your own kids, think about this mom as your own mom, man. And kudos to these African women running away from their own country, still holding their children, carrying their children on their back, trying to find a better life for them. Kudos to these women. Most of them, man, if they did not have these children, they just stay there. We better die here. But most of them are walking away because of their children. Look at this picture and look at how many children are there. All they are all back there. Look at those are kids there. And most of these women are holding their kids. And by the way, I don't see men here. Where the heck are the men here? Where are the men? Or maybe they're fighting there. But where are the men here? I just see women. Because most of men, they give pregnancy to these men, they impregnate these women, and then they walk away. And then you have single moms here holding men. Where are the men, by the way, for God's sake? Look at this picture, and then you realize that men are not there. Men are not there. Where are African men? Where are we? We're not there. May God forgive us, because they're not there. I only see women with the kids. Hosea, nakuja. I only see women with kids. That's what I see. And women are carrying heavy loads, holding kids, holding babies, and walking. This is the reality of Africa. Where are the men? They impregnate these women. They walk away from their families. Maybe they're in another city finding a better life. They don't even care about it. Guys, if we cannot, Africa, if we cannot come together and talk about our children, talk about our women, talk about our people, if we cannot, man, we're not going to see a better Africa. If we cannot put accountable politicians, we cannot hold them accountable. If we cannot play our part to contribute, to speak, to actually do something, there's no future for Africa. Because the future is there in that picture. Future is there.